Mohenjo-Daro was neither a mythical city nor a legend exaggerated by time. It was a real, planned, and vibrant metropolis that, in its final period of habitation, housed tens of thousands of people in the Indus Valley. In this video, I use modern visual reconstruction tools to restore depth, scale, and movement to a place that today appears as silent ruins. We are going to explore Mohenjo-Daro as it might have looked shortly before its collapse, when its streets were still bustling, its systems were operational, and its urban organization showed no obvious signs of disaster. We will not talk about myths or extreme theories, but about the built environment, how people moved, and how one of the most advanced cities of the ancient world functioned day by day. Everything we will see existed, was used, and left clear traces beneath the ground. In its final phase, Mohenjo-Daro featured a remarkably orderly urban layout. The city was divided into clearly defined sectors, with straight streets intersecting at nearly perfect angles. Main avenues allowed the passage of people, animals, and goods, while secondary alleys connected more private residential areas. This planning was not improvised, but the result of generations of continuous urban design. Unlike many ancient cities that grew chaotically, Mohenjo-Daro maintained spatial coherence even in its last period. From an elevated view, the city appeared as an organized grid, where each building had a clear relationship with the rest of the environment. This order reveals a strong central authority and a culture deeply oriented towards urban life. The houses of Mohenjo-Daro were not simple shelters. In its later period, many homes had multiple rooms, inner courtyards, and ventilation systems designed for the warm climate of the Indus Valley. The baked brick walls provided durability and insulation, while flat rooftops expanded the living space. Daily life took place in these courtyards, where cooking, work, and family time were shared. From these reconstructions, we can imagine an active but orderly city, where the noise did not come from chaos, but from constant activity. Even in its final phase, Mohenjo-Daro shows no clear signs of widespread urban poverty, but rather a population that continued to inhabit a functional environment. One of the most remarkable aspects of Mohenjo-Daro in its last inhabited period was its advanced water system. Wells distributed throughout the city ensured nearby access for most homes. The carefully built, covered drainage channels allowed wastewater to be removed without contaminating the streets. This level of urban infrastructure was uncommon in the ancient world. The city was designed to manage water efficiently, both during dry periods and during the floods of the Indus. At this point in its history, the system was still operational, indicating that the collapse was neither immediate nor the result of a single visible catastrophe. Mohenjo-Daro continued to function, at least on the surface. In the raised center of the city were the most significant structures. The so-called Great Bath dominated the public space, not as a luxury, but as a ritual and communal element. Around it, warehouses and elevated platforms suggest an organized management of resources. There is no clear evidence of monumental palaces or royal tombs, which reinforces the idea of a society that appeared less hierarchical but was highly coordinated. Power here was expressed through planning and control of space, not through excessive symbols. Mohenjo-Daro was not isolated. In its final stage, it remained connected to trade routes linking the Indus Valley with distant regions. Seals, standardized weights, and traces of goods indicate constant exchanges. Streets near storage areas show organized economic activity, with defined flows of goods in and out. This connectivity suggests that the collapse was not caused by sudden isolation, but by slower and more complex processes. From an aerial reconstruction, the city appears as an active node within a much larger network, still functioning shortly before its definitive abandonment. The most unsettling thing about Mohenjo-Daro in its last inhabited period is not the visible destruction, but the absence of it. There are no clear layers of massive fire or signs of urban warfare. The houses seem simply abandoned. The streets ceased to be used. Infrastructure maintenance stopped. This archaeological silence suggests a gradual withdrawal, possibly caused by climate changes, alterations in the river's course, or profound economic transformations. The city did not fall in a day. It slowly went out. And it is precisely this silent ending that makes Mohenjo-Daro so fascinating and so different from other ancient cities. Today, Mohenjo-Daro stands as a brick skeleton under the sun of present-day Pakistan. Walking through its ruins is like traveling through a city that was advanced, functional, and surprisingly modern for its time. Through these reconstructions, we can get closer to that last moment when it was still alive. If you're interested in continuing to explore disappeared cities in their final moments, places that functioned fully before vanishing from the map, leave a comment. This channel exists to reconstruct those lost spaces and walk through them step by step once again.